Peace to all of the kings and queens that's out there. This is your brother, the 13th letter to the cipher, and we are BACKAGA. What? I N. Tonight on another Corona-free evening. Yes, that's what I said. CORONAFREE. Corona-free. How are you all doing? If this is your first time watching the Mo Show, I want to thank you for watching the Mo Show, where we have vital information for you that you can use in the everyday conversation with your neighbor, with your relative, with those whom you are quarantined in your household with. By the way, if you like yourself, press the subscribe button. That's right. If you like yourself, press the subscribe button. If information that I bring to you gives you a conversation to speak about with your friends and with your family, press the subscribe button. Share, like, subscribe. Share, like, subscribe. I'm just going to get straight to this. I'm not going to keep you long. I got another project that's going on another page, but I did have to say something in regards to this Mo Classic thing. People keep asking me, Mo, when is the videos coming? When is this coming? When is that coming? Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you a real true story here. Those Mo Classic videos, once again, I'm going to say this one more time, is those videos and things that I used to do back in the day. People that I had fun with, people that I had experiences with, things that I used to do coming up in the TV industry and music industry. That was back in the day. That's not today. However, I still do know some people who are still affiliated and still get down in that manner. That's just part of the streets. Wouldn't you agree? Don't you too know somebody who was plugged up at one time or another? I'm sure you do. You know how things roll around in the streets. You know that, but I'm not going to true story with the classics thing. I had got two cameras, one from Amazon, one from Amazon, and it didn't work. Got another one from my guy from Rochester. Didn't work. In fact, it's the third one. I got one from my guy Jay, and the buttons don't work. I can open up the mini DV compartment and I can close it, but the buttons don't work, which in turn gives me a hint from the universe as to not to promote those old classics due to the nature in which they were recorded and that which they stand for, meaning it was produced and promoted in a destructive manner, street manner, things that we don't need at this current time. However, if your video is already on the Mo Show, a lot of classics are already there, but I have like 50 shows or more that I can't do nothing with right now because Amazon is on the DL, meaning people have quit their jobs. In fact, I'm waiting for a splitter piece that will also go from VHS to my laptop so that I can get more classic footage. But this classic footage that I'm going to produce on YouTube, that I'm going to upload on YouTube is going to be comedy, or is going to be music and videos that are non-violent, not talking about killing, not talking about drugs, not talking about that. So there's a lot of material that will not be uploaded on YouTube. However, I still will have that material burned on DVDs. And if people want that, which I'm sure they will, You can see me about that. By the way, shots out to Dozier. Shots out to my man Dozier out there. And for the classics, for those classics that's already there, I may have to take one more down. Big Taz and King James have been holding it down for Mo Show Classic. I tip my hat to you. But a lot of that material, um, the world won't see on social media. That's not what I stand for anymore. That's not how I make my money anymore. That's not how I live my life anymore. Um, as I stated before, you're not the same person that you were 15 or 20 years ago either. So, however which way that goes, that goes. That's for the classics. Now, I have to address something, seeing that no one else from Chicago is speaking to the brother that's out there from the South Bronx, talking about Chicago and the brothers that live here, talking about how we are savages. What's wrong with you Negroes? We are savages, and how um, people, moms, can't even go out to the store to buy something to eat because stupid black men are killing each other. Hey, the man is absolutely right. I've been saying that all along. However, seeing that you call the brothers from Chicago Vikings, well, there's a lot of Vikings in New York. Check this out. I used to stay in New York for a number of years. In fact, I used to stand out there on Delancey Street, right on Suffolk Street in Delancey. Yeah, right outside the Burger King. Next door to that was the 7-Eleven. Next door to that is the AT&T store. Next to that was the children's clothing store. Further down the street on Norfolk, you had the Arab jewelry store that everybody used to get their money to. Even I did at one point or another. Okay, we're not going to talk about the Williamsburg Bridge, how people continuously jump off that bridge because they can't deal with the nonsense and the life being a New Yorker. We're not going to talk about how those women over there in Harlem put those babies in the microwaves. We're not going to talk about how those people push other people when you're in the subway and they just push you on the tracks. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about how my man got killed over there in LES, where I used to stay at, right there on Houston and Avenue D. And over there, why? Because he was working to better himself, working to uplift some people that he could, seeing that he made a change in his life. And guess what? Vikings, haters, savages in New York gunned him down. I found people killed in elevators when I was staying in in LES, okay? People killed in elevators. In fact, somebody just recently broke into your car, right? Then they vandalized your car. Brother New Yorker? Huh? What's wrong with you brothers in New York? What's wrong with you Negroes in New York? I mean, the very same people whom you say that you're putting your life on the line for, whom you worried about the feds coming in on you in regards to that what you speak, and someone that know that's your car, know where it was parked, know that it belongs to you, and they still broke in your vehicle, but yet we Vikings. Hell, you have people that's thrown on top of roofs. Dig this here. I remember people being thrown off of buildings when I was staying in New York. People thrown on top of that's not called the Girls and Boys Club in New York. It's called YBA or something like that. I forgot what it was, but it's right there on Avenue D and 8th. Okay, found people dead on top of the roof of the Girls and Boys Club. You understand what I'm saying? Not to mention the little girl who got ran over. I'm sure you remember the story. That's right. I'm bringing actual facts. As Pharaoh was said, receipts. But I'm bringing actual facts here. And remember the little girl that got ran over? Huh? Little girl got ran over by a cab. And she dropped it. How did she get ran over by a cab? She was crossing the street and dropped her book bag. Okay. And then when her mama went to court, the cab company was found not responsible, and the woman tried to kill herself. So much for Vikings being not in New York City, whereas the woman whom was trying to seek some type of justice for her only child, and she was 12 years old, got ran over. Okay, no justice, had the funeral, and then the lady goes and tried to kill herself off the Williamsburg Bridge. I'm just saying. You say these people you talk to people about taking your pages down and this and whatnot. You're not taking it down nothing. Why don't you stop playing with people? Stop playing with yourself, because you and I both know that you're not going to take your pages down. However, you are right about something, and that is there is an eternal war with the deep state and other peoples of government. You're right about that. In fact, I'm sure you read the article today about how governors in every state is fighting against Trump. That's true, you all. If you're not keeping up, sometimes you may need to keep up, even though you should stay away from the TV for a little while, but you should still try to keep up every now and then. Don't concern yourself too much with it, because you must remember, those who keep you in fear is those that control you. Okay? Those who keep you in fear, those are the people that's able to control you. People that's able to control what you're going to eat are people that control you. People who control how you make your money is people that control you. I'm just saying, so much for the brother, another brother, not you, Mr. New Yorker, but another brother saying something about keeping you in control with something else. But no, it's he who keeps you in fear is he who has control over you. That's just real talk. Back to you, Mr. New Yorker. You just had your two beautiful daughters on your live screen, and you talking about that the feds are coming for you. You already said that the feds came for you with the incident that you had with Sinetta. You say Sinetta set you up. Sinetta is the feds. Blah, 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 blah. What have you? You say that you know your time is coming, that you're not going to be here too long. Well, I highly recommend you to spend as much time with those beautiful daughters that you got. And while you're at it, why don't you think about is the people whom you are working to wake up so diligently, not that you haven't woke them up already, but will you continue to teach the message, even though you place your children's life in danger? I don't know. I'm just asking. My children are grown. They are very grown. Okay, young man, young man. My children are very grown. But if I were you, I would try to enjoy that valuable time that I have with my children, because when you go according to your own words, when they come for you, okay, you're not going to see your kids again. And furthermore, would it have been worth it for you? You talk about how your numbers are down and how they're blocking your videos and taking them down. You're probably right. And yes, I can understand the thing with numbers too, because hell, I be spitting fire and my numbers don't go nowhere. I've been spitting fire for over a year. My numbers have increased, but hell, I even lost a subscriber. So I'm not bugging out on that. Just keep teaching the message. If you feel that it's worth your life, seeing that you continue to say that your life is on the line every day, would it be worth it? Is it worth it now, seeing that you know or acknowledge all of this great wisdom that you're presenting to the world about yourself and the boogeyman? I'm just saying. Another Viking moment for New York. Dig this here. I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why New York is a very scary, Viking, grimy, cutthroat place to live. Dig this here. I'm sure you remember this. It is winter 2010. New York One News, which is Channel 2 in Manhattan. You had this homeless man. It's winter time, winter storm. I'm sure you remember that, Mr. New Yorker. I'm sure you remember the story of the homeless man helping a woman who was about to get raped and mugged. The homeless man helped that woman, but in the process, he got stabbed to death, bled to death on the ground. The very same woman whom he was trying to help did not even call the police for the man. You had people walking over the man's dead body, taking pictures of him with their camera on their cell phone. I know you remember that. What's wrong with you Negroes in New York? I'm just saying. Get it right. I've been there. I know about the Grand Concourse. I know about Westchester. I know about Yonkers. I know about Queens. I know about Brooklyn. I know about SI, Staten Island. I know about that. What else? Queens. Queens was my backyard at one time. What? Queens was my backyard. Brooklyn was my backyard. What you saying, man? What you saying? What's really happening with you Negroes from New York? And you got one of the number one scammers here on YouTube from New York. What's his name? Brother Polite. What's wrong with you Negroes? You build the conscious community up and then you rob them? Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping out there. New York. Hard. Now, I have another something for somebody. But this is a warning. Maybe I should do that on another channel. Maybe I should do it on another video. But I'll just say it right now. Warning number 2 to young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh, you are on a great momentum. Be careful. Be careful. Hell, you say you taking all the gloves off. You say you cashing in. I say you cashing in, meaning that you're getting it on, meaning that you done turned up, meaning that at sometimes you have my phone on fucking fire. Okay, all that's great and dandy, but you know the Fed's watching you too. Fed's watching you too. I made a documentary on Malcolm X, and you're talking about you exposed the Nation of Islam on your documentary. I warned you then. I warned you then, and I'm warning you now, young Pharaoh. I have nothing bad to say about what you're doing. You've had great guests on your show, and I appreciate the fact that you had Dr. Sheba. Then you had some other guy on your show. But whatever it is, after that, you went on the road. And the thing went down with Africa, the African people over there in China. And you started calling bitches. The same people that you trying to uplift, you call them bitches. You call Louis Farrakhan a bitch ass. God damn, shorty. You shouldn't use that type of language. You shouldn't use words like a savage when you have an educational vocabulary, an eloquent vocabulary, and you can keep it real without being hood like these people want you to be. I understand that you got to speak the language of the people in order to be successful, but at the same time, when they come for you, are the very same people that you represent, are they going to save you? Are they going to help you? I'm just saying. And once again, you said that you wouldn't vote, and you said this again in your video that you're not going to vote. With you and Hassan and some more people with these big platforms talking about, ride with Trump, ride with Trump. Either way, we fucked. Okay? Bottom line, either way, we fucked. I know that. You know that. I'm just saying. If your voice is our biggest power of energy or force, which is our voice, well, we don't want you to be like you said, as you said that you were Malcolm, you doing Malcolm's X revenge. Well, don't become like Malcolm X. That's all I'm saying, brother. Don't become like Malcolm X. Don't become like Fred Hampton. In fact, I'm going to be quiet in regards to Brother Fred. I'm not going to say that. Arrow, keep bringing the word. Keep bringing the word. The last time I tried to warn you, they stopped all your money from flowing. All of your money. You wasn't getting paid from YouTube for like, what, a year? And then you say what? You had a $17,000 check that couldn't clear. I told you not to do the documentary, but you did it, even though you had like 300,000 views or whatever. I don't know what you got paid. I know you paid out. I know what you say got stopped. I don't even know if you got that money back from YouTube. That's not my concern. But the fact of the matter is, just as with Hassan, I'm going to get back to Pharaoh in a minute. Hassan, if they're messing with your numbers like that, maybe you should sit down for a while. Maybe you should be quiet for a while. Pharaoh, be careful. You may have got your money back. I don't know. I don't even care. I just know that you be cashing in on the screen. And when I say cashing in, I'm talking about cashing in mentally, cashing in spiritually. I don't want people to get the wrong understanding about when I say cashing in. Most should understand that, but seeing that people from Chicago and seeing that people from New York have two different lingos, I can understand. Just like when I had first moved to New York, I had asked my guy for a buck, $1. But I asked him for a buck, and he thought I was asking him for $100. I was just asking him for a buck, so I can see how the street lingo may affect some people. But when I say young Pharaoh is cashing in, he be cashing in. But you be careful, young man. And with that, I'm not going to say too much more. I got another video to do on another channel. But with that, I leave that with you. But I need you to do me a favor. I need you to press that like button. I need you to press that subscribe button. If you like yourself, if you love yourself, press that like button. Press that subscribe button. Press that share button. It's going to be a great one, my New York brother. We're all brothers here. All brothers here. And by all means, you be careful as well. And I wish nothing but you and Pharaoh family, nothing but love and peace, man. But be careful. They're watching. The world is watching. Just like the world is watching us, black folks, black man, black woman. The world is watching. Stay away from the popo. Don't drink and drive. Don't smoke weed in your car while you're driving. And have some love, peace, and respect for yourself. It's your brother, 13th letter to the cipher. Thanks for viewing, you all. Have a great night.